Now this just in, police officers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania were asking people to be on the lookout for a man who robbed a store. And I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description. Okay. This is the guy they wanted people in Pennsylvania to be out on the lookout for. He's got a nose and some hair that goes like that, and he was wearing a hat at the time of this particular crime. He's got kind of a chin that comes down to almost a point. Stands about 5 feet 4 inches tall. There it is. Get a good look for yourself. Oh, and now I'm getting word that police actually caught this guy, thanks to the sketch, no doubt. So here's a picture of the real guy next to the sketch that led to his arrest.
Where's the pointy chin?
I was sitting at home and I was playing Fortnite, and all of a sudden I just hear a bunch of noise, and I look out the window and I start seeing the roof come off the houses in front of me. But then I sit back down because I only got like a couple people left in my gang. I was gonna try to finish the game.
And what's going through your mind as you said you're in the bathroom with your sister and nephew?
I'm like, honestly, I was just thinking about the game.
My friend came to the door. She said, well, I was on the phone cooking me and my baby some breakfast. And she said, hey, something wrong, it's popping. I said, what? She said, yeah. I said, no. So the girl come downstairs. She come out her apartment with her baby with no shoes on. I said, oh, girl, it's cold outside. She said, something ain't right. I said, oh, man. She said, oh, man, the building is on fire. I said, no, what? I got my 3 kids and we bounced out. We ain't gonna be in no fire, not today.
Are you constantly hungry? Maybe you're lacking pleasure in your life. Here to explain, clinical nutritionist, you gotta have some pleasure in your eating.
You're never gonna be satisfied if you don't have health and pleasure every single time you eat.
So here's what I notice happens. If there's a bowl of chips, I'm avoiding that, so I'll eat this, then I'll eat that, then I'll eat this, then I'll eat that, and then I'll be like, screw it, I still want the chips, and then I'll eat the chips.
Exactly.
When I should have just ate the chips.
There should be a little bit of pleasure every single time you eat.
So you heard it, Tara Coleman, clinical nutritionist. Pleasure yourself with that food. That came out wrong.
I don't know.
Give yourself pleasure when you're eating. You know what I'm saying. Just be healthy and you won't be so hungry.
Yeah. How about hashtag eat the chips?
Hashtag eat the chips. There you go.
Everything in moderation, right?
Yeah, agreed.
Exactly.
All right. Back to you. We're going to work on those slogans with you, Jenny.
When my son was teething, he used to like to take the big fat rubber end of my vibrating toothbrush and put it in his mouth on. Okay. And he'd just kind of sit there like, oh yeah, that feels good. That hit the spot.
10 people died in the Bronx last night due to a fire that killed 10 people in the Bronx last night during a fire.
Fire officials say all 10 people died due to the fire, which was too hot for their bodies.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Sure. Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Can I find this in Arlington? Oh, good grief, yes. Oh, boy. Let's see how long it is. Let's hold it out.
This guy is probably close to 5 feet. Texas rat snakes are going to be one of the largest snakes that you find in the Metroplex area.
What the? Get this thing off me, man. Get this thing off me, man. God dang. What is this thing jumping at me for, man? He likes you. Yeah, I can tell, man. All right, let's try to get back under control. You didn't tell me the thing jumped. Well, God dang. Okay, let's try to get our composure here.
You're all right.
Yeah. So the Texas rat snake can be up to 5 feet long, huh?
That's right. Some of them can get upwards and approach 7.
I don't see that as being a typical process, nor is it a typical process to be working on.
We've got to go now. I want to thank you both. Thank you. All right, it's back to you, Jim.
Ollie, don't let her go away. What does she have a response to that? Is she still there?
What's that?
Did the lady just leave?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. We should have kept that discussion.
She's back if you want her.
Yes.
She heard you.
Yes.
What would you like to know?
I would like to know a response to what the gentleman said. The gentleman's a very effective spokesperson for the company, but obviously the people who live there are not satisfied with his explanation.
Right. So what do you want now?
Well, if I have to teach you how to be a reporter, Ollie, I'll do that later.
Why don't you do that later, Jim? I think the lady expressed herself, and you're not here, you're there. Is there any question you'd like me to ask her?
No, I'll give you lessons on how to become a reporter later
I'll
on.
give you some lessons on how to be an editor, because I was your boss once.
Yeah, you were, and are no longer. How did that happen?
Well, I don't know.
Here's Ernabel DeMillo.
We look forward to this event every year, even if we're not in it. We love Omaha. We love the hospitality that they show us. We make incredible sacrifices to come here. In 2013, we traveled with about 25,000. This year, we're going to have at least that when we come into the championship game, which we fully expect to do. The sacrifices that we personally made to be here are incredible. My wife's boyfriend sold his prosthetic leg on Craigslist to afford me the opportunity to be here, but they get alone time, and I get a chance to be in Omaha, and my double-wide trailer will turn into a single-wide when I get home, but we got a Fund Me page that I get to go check at the local library on the line. So I get to go check that GoFundMe page, and as soon as I get enough money to afford him a new leg at the end of next year, we're going to be right back. Look, I didn't sleep maybe 5 minutes. It had somewhat to do with the excitement of this game, but also my roommate snores incredibly bad. And so I texted his wife and asked her how she does it, and I think she's just deaf.
Okay, so how often do you take a shower? A new study says a daily shower is not necessary. In fact, they say it could increase your risk of an infection.
All right, so this is according to researchers from Columbia University. They do know their stuff. They say excessive showering can reduce skin hydration, leaving it dry and cracked. That's why there's lotion, though. Anyway, they also say bad bacteria can get into those cracks, and good bacteria often gets washed away.
But what about other cracks that need to be? I'm just saying, especially if you work out, like, you gotta get yourself clean. Good morning.
The question is, how do democracies respond to those scandals?
And what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your children's just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region. Do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised if they do. Pardon me. Pardon me. My apologies.
What's this going to mean for the region?
My apologies. South Korea's policy choices on North Korea have been severely limited in the last 6 months.
National cities might.
No! You scared the shit out of me.
If you're using US 31 southbound, your average speed.
Is that Bill Murray over there? Yeah, that's Bill Murray. We'll be back.
Burgemeester, wat is er nou zo bijzonder aan Zeelkampen?
Als je de mooiste...
Dave gave me a mug like this.
Good morning, John and Randy. I can tell you that I just learned that about 35 people from...
You'd be right to be skeptical. Thousands of additional skateboarders.
The 4 firefighters are hurt after a fire truck overturns on the highway this morning. I almost jumped you there. Sorry about that.
That's okay. You can jump me anytime. Not that way. Not that way. You know what I meant.
They say no matter what, just have fun, use your hands, and make sure you steer.